ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
Efedding, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Efed management system Fed Wars. Its ongoing mission to explore strange new federations, to seek out new talent and new communities, to boldly wrestle where no man has wrestled before. Ladies and gents, welcome to FedCast Radio, where we can and will discuss anything and everything in the land of Efedding. So just relax, we'll take it slow, and let the good times roll. So thanks for joining us here on episode 1 of FedCast Radio, formerly, of course, GOWcast Radio. We've changed it, of course, to be more relevant to FedWars.net, 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 where I'm joined, of course, by the guru of Efed Management Systems himself, the owner of the now infamous FedWars.net, LAL. LAL?
Yes, the guru of Efed Management Systems.
You like that?
Yeah, that was a good intro. You like that intro?
I liked it.
I mean, it was better than that GOW stuff.
Now we're making fun of GOW. We just started the fucking show and we're making fun of GOW already.
We have to get all the licks in before everyone gets on the show, but I guess...
I'm allowed to say fuck, right? Are we allowed to fucking swear on this show?
I'm not personally going to, but hey, I mean, I don't mind it.
Pussy. Fine. So anyways, it's good to be back after 3.5 months of a hiatus. My video card fried, and it was terrible timing because Christmas right around the corner. And then, of course, we got 2 birthdays right after Christmas. I had dental surgery, so I was like, oh, no. So all I could do was try to keep my Pro Boards roster updated with my phone, and then, of course, you and I were making plans for me to move from Pro Boards to Fed Wars anyways.
So when did your PC go out? When did it go out?
The end of September. Is when
that's
it finally went out.
Because we had that last. I wasn't on it, but you guys had the final GOW. Well, not the final, but what's now the FedCast. The final one on early September.
It was somewhere around the middle of September, I think. And we were supposed to run GOW Genesis 30, which actually never got done. So the first show on Fed Wars is going to be GOW Genesis 30. I actually just notified my roster. I got, people come to GOW. It's not like a lot of Feds where titles change hands frequently and all that stuff. I mean, I think last time I checked, my titles, one of them has like 13 title holders in the 4 years we've been open. So I didn't want to just strip everybody their titles. So what I did was I told them, I said, if you can come over to Fed Wars in a timely fashion, I'll allow you to keep your championship. If you don't come over in a timely fashion, it's going to be vacated, and I'm going to offer them up in tournaments or whatever I decide to come up with.
I saw that on your on the Pro Boards. I was looking on it earlier before we started. I saw that. Yeah,
well, and I've got staff members now. I usually don't like having people help me run my Fed. But I thought this time around it's going to be a lot different, and I don't have to worry about writing because, of course, written shows will now cease to exist. People will still write role plays, and I'll, of course, read them, so will my staff members. But all shows and pay-per-views now will be on the GOWcast radio show, which is now just dedicated to shows and pay-per-views.
So tell us how you're gonna do the matches on the radio. On the
podcast. That's the thing. I haven't really decided that, and once I book my first show, I've got 2 weeks to worry about it anyways. But basically, there's going to be 10 days of RPing. I cut off on the 10th day, and it gives me 4 days to figure out what I want to do with my show. And I plan on having a panel. So hopefully, my panel are reading some of the role plays and paying attention to what's going on. And basically, we're just going to discuss the matches themselves, maybe jump in character and talk a bit of what supposedly went down at the show. It basically discussed the results of what happened on the air as opposed to writing it all out and taking sometimes 2-3 days to write, which I don't have time for much anymore, but I still want to keep. And I wanted to be able to role play once in a while soon too. But with my life is kind of hectic these days with pretty much full-time training in martial arts again, and my kids are off doing different shit, and So you'll be. Sorry.
So you won't be doing any written results, or will you have like a summary?
Oh, well, here's what I'm going to post the YouTube video in the show, because you can do that in Fed Wars, which is really cool, by the way. So you'll have the video to watch, or what we turn into a video. And I'm going to, of course, have the matches that took place. And down below, underneath the video, I'll probably have what happened, who won, etc., etc. But if you want more details and you want to hear people talk about the characters and what may or may not have happened at the show, you got to listen to the show to find out. Otherwise, you're only going to have a quick recap of what happened at the bottom. So very little writing. So I guess I lied when I said nothing would be written. But I mean, what's it take to write down a highlight? HHL loses to Matt McMadio via submission. HHL, you suck. You lost to McMadio. No. So it should be interesting. It should be fun.
Now, speaking of Matt, he had some news to.
He did.
To present to. Well, he said it on the forums. Or no, did he say it on the forums?
The great Matt McMadio, and everybody's going to, well up with tears now. The great Matt McMadio has decided to retire from Efedding.
Efedding, and he said,
or at least writing. He claims,
and he will not be coming on Fed Wars anymore. No more.
I don't buy that for 1 second.
Well, I don't think he said no more. He just said he's not going to be on it for the next month or so, because he said he's going to go and make a tech website. But what other websites has he done in the past?
Friends. He was going to have a site to rival Fed Wars and GFed. I mean,
okay, no, those are his ideas. Tell me a site that he's actually gotten done.
Yeah, no, none. I was waiting for him to tell me he was going to start a spiritual site. The guy, during his little Mormonism trip, my God, he was annoying. I mean, I actually blocked him from Facebook. I like Matt. He's fun to have around. And my wife was calling me. I hate when my wife calls while we're recording. It's like she does it on purpose. I think she knows that I'm doing a show, and she says, "Fuck it, I'm going to call him anyways." Anyways, I don't mind Matt. I think he's a good kid and all, and everybody kind of picks on him, even myself. I love picking on him, but I invited him into GOW and stuff like that, and tried to work with him, and I have to call him back again. But he went through this little spell where he was going to become a Mormon, and he kept sending me messages about spiritualism and these golden plates and dreams about elders and things like that, and I just got so frustrated. I blocked him from Facebook, and then he started messaging me on Facebook, like, son of a bitch. So then that's when I decided, screw it, I'm going to start friggin' spamming him and flaming him on Fed Wars.
Yeah, he seems to not be too. He doesn't really like a few people. Like he said, he doesn't mind you, but then the hitman started in with the flaming of him, and he's been messaging me with these little complaints, and it's just gotten. I mean, I think he knows it. I don't think he realizes that it's a joke.
No, I don't think he doesn't realize at all that we're joking with him. He thinks we're dead serious and we don't like him, and there's things that he does I don't like, but him as a person, I mean, I've talked to him on Facebook, I've talked to him on Skype and so on and so forth, and he's actually not a bad kid. He just gets a little high-strung sometimes, and, whatever. He's fun to pick on, though, but the sooner he realizes we're all joking, the more fun he'll have, and he sent me this big, long message about not enjoying pro wrestling anymore, and a lot of the kids say that because they don't appreciate the business, they don't appreciate the people behind the characters, the work they put out, the ethics behind everything. I mean, they don't appreciate that. They just follow the storyline so closely and get so deep involved with those characters and storylines that they forget their people. So they don't have a real appreciation of professional wrestling, right?
Yeah, basically. But I mean, how long has he been? He was with GOW, right?
Yeah, and he role-played there. He even won a minor title there, and he behaved himself. But I told him right up front. I said, "Listen, it's always been the same in GOW. You can't come here and fuck around. You get kicked out. It's just the way it is. And if I don't do it, one of the other guys will run you because we keep the Fed drama free. Once in a while we start, something for fun on the boards, but nobody's ever been pissed off at one another. Nobody's had any real issues with one another, and for 4 years we've had a good time, and probably because we, kept certain egomaniacs out and so on and so forth. But so yeah, he behaved himself, and I tried to work with him. He's a little stubborn, and he doesn't like to listen. He could probably improve in the world of Efedding if he actually listened and did as he was told on occasion, but.
Yeah, he seems to. And then he went over to NEW for a while.
Yeah,
there.
I have nothing to say about NEW anymore. I really don't. See, the thing is I used to work with those guys. There's a few guys in there that are like, I actually just picked Roger Wright back up. Ryan Ellis is what he was in GOW. He just re-signed with GOW.
So he's the one that. So he's what's his username on here? What is it?
Not sure.
I saw it earlier. But
he joined as Ryan Ellis again for GOW, but there's a few guys I liked. The problem I had was
Carter CW.
The owner of NEW threw a big fit when I was offering people if they wanted to jump to GOW, and I never tried to steal talent. I've never done that. I always tell people, listen, if you have extra time and you want to write a couple role plays every couple weeks, come join the community. Otherwise, stay in NEW and do what you need to do, because I don't take talent from other feds. I just don't do that. Never have, never will. And he threw a big fucking fit. And meanwhile, here I am advertising for NEW on Twitter, on Facebook, on GOW, on GOWcast Radio. I'm doing all these things to be nice to their community. I even tried to work with them, like do a cross-promotional thing. And they'd have nothing to do with it. My problem with NEW is that they thought they were the only Fed. They thought they were the best Fed. They thought they had the best talent, the best shows, bullshit, fucked up, blah, 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 blah. It just got sickening. And so eventually anytime somebody brought up NEW, I just don't have anything to say. A lot of them just became egomaniacs and assholes. So I like to work with Feds. Like, do you know how many times in GFed alone I tried to do cross-promotional shit with people, but people are so afraid to, I don't know if they're afraid to have their role players lose a match, or they're afraid their Fed's going to look bad. I even went to the lengths of saying, hey, listen, I've talked to my roster. If you want to do this, we'll even somehow lose this battle in the long run. Let's just do it and let the guys have fun. And I could never get anything going. It was ridiculous. So, I don't know.
Now that we've and that NEW, they went out, right?
That's what I hear. NEW's first I heard it had new ownership.
Yeah, they did there for a while there.
I hear children. No fucking kids allowed on the show.
HHL, you got a mic. Now you'll probably say you do have a mic, because we can hear people in the background. So you got to have a mic.
Yes, you rotten bastard, you HHL, lying to us.
But apparently he doesn't want to.
I have always liked HHL. I know we said we were going to bash him. We didn't bash HHL. We're not going to either. Love HHL. He came to GOW himself, and I've worked with him, and he's a fun guy to work with. Fun to mess around with on the boards and so on and so forth. Kapow kind of sucks, but.
Now Craig wants to be in here too, but now he says that he's on now he says that he's on his phone and he doesn't want to announce who he's going to.
That he doesn't want to?
And he said he's posting on the forums. He said, I'm getting bored, and I'm gonna go and start watching boxing. Who watches boxing anymore?
How the hell can you possibly watch boxing anymore? I mean,
who watches it?
I never understood why boxing was ever so popular. Like, a lot of the times, probably 90% of the time, they're dancing around hugging more than they are punching. And I could never figure out why kickboxing wasn't more popular. I thought, all you're doing is punching each other in the face and gut. I mean, I just never saw the appeal. I mean, when Lennox Lewis was around and Mike Tyson and, Oscar De La Hoya and a few others were still there. Dave wants to know if we're still doing the show today.
Now, if Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, if they got together, I'd watch that.
As of right now, especially after I saw the last few Pacquiao fights, Floyd Mayweather will destroy him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be rooting for the...
Mayweather's last fight, he basically let the guy hit him a few times. Like, he let him back. He was pulling a rope up. Like, he completely outclassed him, and then he sucker punched him and knocked him out. That was awesome. Did you see that? Well, let's face it. It was go time. The bell had rung. It was time to fight. The first rule of boxing is always protect yourself. The guy tries to hug Mayweather. He's there to kick your ass. He doesn't want to fucking hug you. I'd have punched him, too.
He wasn't... like in the fight, he wasn't trying to, like the ref, because everyone thought even the ref thought that the match ended, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought the match ended, but they were kind of...
No, it was at the beginning of the round. The guy comes up and tries to hug... Yeah, the bell rang, and Floyd Mayweather starts approaching, and the other guy approaches, but then he reaches out to try and hug Mayweather, and Mayweather clocked him.
Huh. Yeah, I remember seeing that on Sports Center or whatever it was I was watching, that he fell down, got clocked, a good run right in the noggin.
So anyways, so it's good to have GOW in Fed Wars finally, after many months of you and I both telling people probably wasn't coming. I just got sick of people asking, are you going to Fed Wars? Are you going to Fed Wars? Are you going to Fed Wars? Are you getting on your knees? Are you getting on your knees? I mean, we'll come when we get there. My thing was, I just wanted to see Fed Wars set up more and be further along into the process of actually being a legitimate site and so on and so forth, which it is. It's come tenfold. I mean, you're at Fed Wars 2.0 too, so I mean, I would have had to gone through all the changes of one, and so I'm happy I waited. I'm happy with the way things are. I wish you need
3.0.
You need a fucking chat room.
Hey, you can have those crappy little what do you call them chats that you have?
The exact chats?
Yeah, whatever the heck they're
called. What about the main Fed Wars chat, where the community can come in and...
Hey, we got that... There's just a little server problem, okay? That's all wrong. That's all what's wrong with it. Little server problem. That'll get fixed out sooner or later.
But anyways, it is good to... And I had a lot of attention, too. Like, I had, messages both on Facebook and in... Fed Wars when I first said I was going to come over, and I've had a lot of positive reactions and messages from people, so it's been really nice. The community's really welcomed us in, and it's nice to keep going on a site that's actually active, because Pro Boards was good at first, and then it just completely died. I think NEW might have killed it.
Yeah, because I don't know, they tried. HHL can probably tell you more about it. Okay, Craig, speak away from the mic here, unless you're going to come on in. You going to come on in now, Craig?
Craig Minter.
Apparently he's typing now.
Don't be typing, just talk. You have a voice, use it, mister. We want to know what federation you're joining. We want to know the big fucking secret. We already had the secret out that Matt McMaddy was retiring, which saddens everybody in Efedding land. Now we want to know where you're going.
Hola.
For the record, I sent you a contract request form.
To who, Craig?
Yeah. Hey, do you have Dave on your list of guests? Because
what did he want in?
I believe. Well, just a sec.
Hell, I just added
add him in.
We got to get another panel of person, someone who will talk. I mean, Mason.
Well, I know we got HHL and Minter here, both being fucking Silent Sam.
So Dave, you there?
Dave, what are you doing?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
We were actually trying to discuss Fed Wars, but two of our guests have apparently lost their voice, so...
Well, you don't... Hopefully you're not... Are you reading the chat, Dave?
No.
HHL's making fun of you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, HHL fucks with everybody. That's why I like HHL. I'm the same way. I like to fuck with everybody. I don't give a shit.
How do you even see the chat on Skype? I have no clue how.
You just scroll down to the left corner of what do you see, the little frame here? Just scroll down.
I gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
What is this, a tour of Skype?
Gotcha.
Our show has turned into a tour of Skype. How to?
So HHL added this. Hey Dave, have you checked out this thing that HHL added on his homepage?
You talking about the links?
Yeah.
I think that's actually kind of cool. My only issue with this is now he has double of everything. If we could remove the original links and just have what he put on there, because I did something similar in Pro Boards. I took all their links out and put new icons on, which looked a lot better. But he's got double of everything now. But it looks neat. It looks good. Kapow looks good, period. He's done a good job with the site, so...
Oh, yeah, I think he's done a fantastic job with it.
The owner sucks balls, but...
Well, yeah, but, every dog has their day.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Most of the time. Yeah, most of the time.
So, I'm actually in Kapow. I don't do anything there. Especially now that I'm trying to get my... I don't do fuck all. I just kind of... I was
going to say, that's nothing new there, Archer.
No. Now I'm busy setting up GOW. What I want to do, though, eventually is run a cross-promotional feud with HHL's Fed and get something going that way. Maybe there won't be a bunch of pussies in Fed Wars. I was saying earlier, Dave... Holy, I can hear myself from Craig's shit. Anyways, I was saying to LAL that even on Pro Boards, but in GFed too, I tried to get cross-promotional shit going, and nobody could swallow their own pride. It's like they were afraid to lose or have a role player lose, or I don't know.
I just don't think that, and like you're talking about like GFed, right, mainly?
Well, even in Pro Boards, I tried to approach any fucking W for some dumbass reason because I'm a retard. That's why. But like GFed, you tried it on GFed a couple of times, right? Well, I actually ran what was called the Allied 3. It was even Allied 4 for a bit, for like with 9 months. Wrestling. I was the only person on GFed to successfully run cross-promotional between 3 feds at once for 9 months straight. What happened, though, was all the other Fed owners got lazy, and I was running 3 feds by myself. It just got fucking hectic, so I actually killed the Allied 3 off, and everybody went their own way. But GFed, I could never get it going after that. People were just...
They're too much into themselves.
Exactly. Too many egos. Even at one time, Dave, I was saying to LAL earlier, at one point, I even spoke to my roster and said, listen, just for fun, let's run a cross-promotional feud with another Fed, and we'll somehow end up losing this feud in the long run. Who cares if we win or lose? Let's just role play, have a good time, and get some good storylines going. And I could not get fucking anybody to bite. It was just retarded. I was just like, are you guys actually in this for fun, or do you think it's real? Like, come on.
But GFed didn't really have the means of, or the, like, Brian or whatever, he didn't want to, he didn't put anything in, or he didn't want to improve the site to make it so you could have that.
No, and that's something Fed Wars actually, because, it adds up your total wins and everything. I like that. But you could still do it, you know what I mean? I had to keep track of everything, and that's exactly what I did. So let's say HHL was in 2 of the Feds. He was in my Fed and somebody else's Fed. If he won in the other Fed, I added that win to my roster as well, so that when people came over to GOW, they said, okay, well, he's won. And I always had news written up to tell people who won and which Fed. It was a lot of work, and that's one of the reasons I canned it. If I had people helping me, it would have lasted a lot longer. And it was good because it kept Feds full, because my guys would go over there, theirs would come over, so on and so forth. Storylines were always going on, and so it was a good time, but it was just too hectic for me in the end, so I was like, fuck this, I can't risk the quality of my Fed just to keep doing this storyline between the other 2 Feds, so...
Yeah. Then you run into the ego problem. That's why 9 times out of 10 those cross-fed stuff never work.
Well, that's why I couldn't get it picked back up, which was a shame.
It was part of GFed too. I mean, GFed was full of
Mike Parks at one point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Park. I know you're listening to this eventually. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I like Park. He's funny as shit. I like to bug him though, especially about the feet thing.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But
do you like the LAL thread? Jinx was on there. He said it's his favorite thread ever.
Dude, that thread's... We're going to have to sticky that so it never gets...
Oh, yeah, it's a fucking awesome... I love that thread. Last night, I kept every 5 minutes, hey, LAL, I just put another picture up. He's like, okay, I'll go look.
Yeah, Rod Lightning, he seems to like the thread.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing to, it's just funny. It's a funny thread. And the fact that you enjoy it yourself, it helps. So
way better than that My Little Pony crap.
Yeah, well, I didn't quite get the My Little Pony thing. I just kind of joined in eventually and threw up a Pony Ninja or something, I think, at one point. But
I can't.
You can't stand the My Little Pony stuff?
I can't. I tried. I'm trying to be tolerant, but it's not working.
See, I don't get where the phases come from. I don't get I don't
know either. I'm assuming Park likes to watch My Little Pony. That's the only thing I can figure.
Yeah, Park likes to watch.
Wofu.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wow food. Wow food.
Whoa. Okay. He hasn't earned that right yet.
Oh, okay. So you're purposely fucking his name up, I see. Where is Wow? I thought he was joining the panel today.
Yeah, he bitched out.
Yeah, just like he usually does. He doesn't see whenever I'm on the show, he doesn't wanna come on. You ever notice that?
That is true, because I've had him on. I've even done a one-on-one with him. I think, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
No, that was with Park, wasn't it?
Well, I did 4 episodes. So I don't. That's another thing. I got to change that too. Instead of GOWcast 1-on-1, that'll become now FedCast 1-on-1. I got to put something on the boards. That way, people know that every once in a while I'm going to interview somebody from a different Fed or a different owner or whatever. On occasion, I'm going to keep that show going too.
Me no habla English.
I can speak Mexican. You want to hear?
No, Taco Bell?
Fuck you. That's the same in every language. That's something we never fully discussed. Am I supposed to be swearing on the show? Does people...
Guess it's a little late now, isn't
Michael's sexual cast.
Michael's sexual cast.
That was lame.
So what about the one-on-one?
Yeah.
Come on, Craig, you can do better than that.
Craig, you gonna announce to the world, or to the 4 of us, soon to be the world, whoever watches this on YouTube?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know who would watch this on YouTube. I mean, it's got Mason Mott Roberts on here. Whoever that is, no one's gonna know who Mason Mott Roberts is. So
we'll just make sure everybody knows it's HHL.
They're gonna tune out right there. But yeah, Craig must be watching that boxing. Dave, do you watch any boxing still?
Not really.
You watch UFC?
I watch it as much as I can, UFC, yeah.
You know what I think about the UFC? I am a big supporter and fan of the UFC. What I think, though, is I think they should reduce to 3-minute rounds. I think there should be 5 3-minute rounds instead of 3 5s. Because it keeps people, they stay a little more active. Because it's only 3 minutes as to 5. They're not as tired. You'll see more action. You'll also see more finishes as a result because they have more energy, as opposed to have to go that extra 2 minutes per round. They've actually discussed it. I've read on forums that they have actually discussed that. The other thing the UFC needs to do is they need to bring in a cruiserweight division, because the gap between 206 and some of them big bastards like Overeem, I'm sorry, you're fucked. I mean, you're going to have to either drop or something, because... It's not the day and age where, like, for instance, Fedor Emelianenko can go and take on a guy 40 pounds heavier than him. Because let's face it, Overeem would destroy him too. He's just too small. That's what happened with Frank Mir. He's usually around 220, 225. He put on extra weight to fight Lesnar. He wasn't used to Lesnar ate him. So, but
doesn't the UFC have a welterweight and bantamweight division now?
Yeah, they do. They have featherweight too. So I really like it. It is the sport of the future. There's a few things that could change. For instance, the refereeing needs to get on the same goddamn page. Judging needs to be more efficient than it is. I mean, I don't know.
They almost need like a world governing body instead of having individual state athletic commissions.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They keep always saying how they support local martial arts groups and stuff like that. Well, instead of boring us to death in between fights with nothing but nonstop rambling, bring in some, wherever you are, whatever city you're in, bring in some local martial arts groups and have them do demonstrations in between rounds, or in between fights, I mean. Instead of just, you know what I mean? And they could have some guest singers. And Vince McMahon was right. They've got a great company, but they really need to learn to put on better shows. When you're charging people the same cost for a pay-per-view as you are for the WWE, where you're guaranteed entertainment of some sort, you better put on a better show, because they're charging people $60, and some of the fights are so fast, done and over with, you're watching a bunch of crap after that. You know, I'm not saying that the lower tier are crappy fighters, but, you know, let's face it, you're there to watch Alistair Overeem fight. You're not there to watch HHL. So, yeah, there's a lot they could do to improve, but... Oh, look.
Who the hell's
Fail.
Blake?
Fail. He's Fail. Can we call him that?
Then I don't need to worry about him.
Fail
Okay.
Lawson. So anyways, Craig. You there? Fucking type
Bonjour.
something. Oh! Hey, voice! Voila.
I'm listening.
So are you going to reveal the big secret, or what?
That he's gay?
I haven't actually tried it.
You're homosexual?
Only for days.
I think you should just join GOW. I sent you... Because if you go to Kapow, here's the thing. You're going to be on your knees all the time. There are a bunch of cocksuckers down there. So you need to come to a Fed. You don't have to do that.
I guess. So Blake, you got a mic?
Yo, Lawson.
No.
Oh, there we go. And
Or something.
Blake, for those of you who don't know, Blake runs what Fed do you? New Age Underground, right, Blake? Is that the
Christ,
Fed?
even I knew that. You're the fucking owner. You don't even know what Fed he runs. Jesus Christ, you don't even know your own Fed.
Yeah, Underground with, and then Chris Legend helps you out and all that. That's what HHL said right here.
He would know. He knows more about Fed Wars than the owner.
I know, right?
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, he doesn't even know his own product.
Yeah, I don't even half the stuff I come back and I don't even know what I'm doing. Like yesterday, like last night, you guys see that I added in those role play deadlines or whatever the heck they are off to the side.
Deadlines? There should be no fucking deadlines. There should be the deadline whenever the fuck we make the deadline. What's with this automatically running at 9 p.m. bullshit?
That's always been in, but
and it always sucked.
Yeah, I don't know if it's always, but yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to just changing it so there's no more deadlines.
Well, there shouldn't be a deadline because now I'm lazy motherfucker and I used to take fucking 17 days to put out a show, but because bi-weekly shows are for 14 days and I always took 3 days to write, so it'd be like 17 days before my show came out. Mostly because I wrote by myself, and I was never a fan of letting a bunch of other people help me write. One thing I complain about other Feds, some of them when they have multiple people writing, the quality just isn't there. It's all over the place. It needs to be, at least if you're going to have other people writing with you, fucking edit their shit before you post it. So it all looks the same.
Did you see that ECWC, they have written results now?
What?
Yeah,
really?
Moonchild does the results for them.
Are they good?
We were just talking about that in Fed Wars chat.
They're not bad from what I've seen. I mean, I've seen that he's taken a couple of shots at me in his role play and then in the results. Well,
that's good for them because let's face it, ECWC was just another NCW. So
yeah, basically, COW owner makes the cards and lets Moonchild do everything.
Here I am making
HHL.
Here I am making fun of
HHL
other
pretty much got it on the nail right there. Moonchild runs the Fed now, which might give Kapow a run for their money finally.
Well, I think the Fed that's going, and you probably won't like this, Dave, but that My Little Pony Fed, they're not too far out.
Yeah, I know. I just choose to ignore it.
And then Pandora, she joined up on the site on the My Little Pony. She joined. She made a My Little Pony character.
That is so gay.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just gay. I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't see the point, but
I don't care if there's ponies, My Little fucking Pokemon bullshit. I don't care. As long as we get some competition going and people aren't a bunch of pussies when I say, hey, let's run a cross-promotional feud and everybody tuck tail and run like a bitch. I mean, let's have some fun, get some role plays and storylines going, and make the Feds active as opposed to just a couple of Feds being active, and everybody else sitting around going, what the fuck?
So, which Fed, other than the top 3, would you say looks the most promising?
Which Fed do I think's the most promising?
Yeah, anyone. What do you think? What do you think?
Besides my own?
Yeah, besides your own.
Well, if they got serious, kapow.
Well, other than the big 3.
Oh.
I don't know. I think RCW looks pretty good, promising. They got a well-designed layout. Now it's just a matter of time getting role players in there.
I noticed you were featuring Chicago. Was it Chicago Pro Wrestling? Is that what it is? On the front page. Like, is that just a random thing, or are you actually picking them because they've done something good over the past?
No, it's the. Well, I picked the first set of. I picked the Fed of the week and the Worker of the week myself this week, but it'll be decided upon me and the board of the directors.
Which I'm not a part of, you fucking bastard ass prick.
Yeah, you're not a part of that yet. I mean,
I should be getting free VIP and everything. Free VIP.
Yeah, free VIP. Free VIP.
How many other fucking Feds you got that have been open 4 years? VIP. No,
I wouldn't give it 2 craps if you're open 10 years. You've only been on Fed Wars 2 weeks.
Not even that.
Not even that. Like a week. When did I create the Fed? It was about a week ago, wasn't it?
Must have been something like that. Wasn't too. It hasn't been.
I just like to bug them about the VIP thing. I don't give a shit. My Fed will stay active, so I don't care. But if I don't razz him about something every day, it just wouldn't be any fun.
I mean, HHL he doesn't. I don't think he doesn't have the VIP. His has lasted since, I don't know, when HHL. When did you create Kapow? I think it was
beginning of 1.0, wasn't it?
May, yeah, right when, April, or somewhere around there. It wasn't April or May. I remember that he created.
It's like one of the longest running Feds on Fed Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, the longest running, the longest running is ECWC. That's the longest running.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
I choose not to say.
Yeah. That doesn't even count because they just barely started acting like a real Fed recently, right? So.
Well, it gives them a lot more credit now that they're running.
I told well, it was CWO owner that owned it before, right?
He
still does.
He's still.
I thought somebody said Moonchild.
He books the cards and Moonchild.
Well, Moonchild writes the results.
Oh, I see. So he's just the bitch.
Basically, he does all the work. CO takes the credit.
I told him a lot of times he should write his results. Even if you don't want to have fully written matches, write recaps. It's very simple. I used to do it. Like for GOW Genesis show, we did recaps. I recapped what may or may not have happened, and then for pay-per-views, I had fully written matches where it was move for move and segments and all that fun stuff. So, but every Fed should at least, I think,
have some sort of. Non-standard results. Yeah, I don't really, unless it's a really, really good simulator.
I've never seen a simulator that was good enough to just run simulation shows. I mean, let's face it, some people don't give a shit, they don't read the matches, but then there's the other part of I always hate that excuse, because then there's a lot of people that do like to read them. For instance, I would not take the time out of my day to write a role play and submit it to a Fed where I had an owner that didn't give a shit to at least write a recap fucking match. Give me something and piss off. I'll go somewhere else that, actually enjoys running their Fed. Because if you can't, even if you don't have time, then why are you even writing? Why are you running a Fed if you don't have time? So, I don't know.
I got a question for you guys real quick. I'm looking at the Feds right now. Who do you think has the best looking Fed? It's just going off of that.
I think it's got to be either ICW or the new RCW. That Revolution Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I was just looking at that.
Yeah, that one looked really good.
Looks clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ICW, the International Championship Wrestling by Tank Man. I mean, that one.
Actually, the graphics guy.
That one. You're for the ICW?
Yep.
Yeah, that one looks really good too. So it'd have to be down to.
I can definitely say the best looking Fed is not NAU.
Not NAU. Not NAU.
Nope.
Who's NAU? NAU's on. Oh, New Age. Okay,
that's me.
Yeah. So who you gonna get to design the site for you? Blake?
I am not sure yet.
You could always get. I bet you HHL would do it for you. But I see that HHL's looking to redesign his Fed too.
Yeah, RCW does look alright, eh?
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
I'd say it's
sometimes
in
less.
the top 3 and the best looking.
You know something else that could change in Fed Wars aside from having more menus inside the Feds itself? I think we should have more drop-down menus other than just the home. That way we don't have to create pages all under one menu. But aside from that, inside when you upload your championships to the championships section, you could reduce the height a bit and make it so that we can have a wider, because sometimes when they're compacted.
You mean for the belts?
Yeah.
For the picture of the belts.
Exactly. Make them a little, instead of being so tall, make them a little shorter and allow us to have them a little bit wider so they look a little better.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I think right now it's got, because I got room to move that too, because, there's just a big old open middle gap.
Yeah. Well, I got Dave
I don't know how many
titles
people
for me and stuff, and he does a great job on them, so I want them to be able to showcase nicely. They'll be showcased anyways, because I'm going to put them in the history and the Hall of Fame and stuff like that, so people will see them. But when you go to the championships page, it's nice. A lot of people, when they're surfing through a Fed, that's one of the first places they'll go and check out your titles. So I want people to open and say, oh, fuck, they're nice. Because he works hard and does a good job on them, so don't want them to look all fucked up.
Yeah, it's okay. You can blame me. I'm good for it.
But, yeah, the
Flash Vortex.
HHL, that's what he's got. That's what he got made for, is menu, first menu. It's if they didn't have that, but if they didn't have the like the Flash Vortex little watermark, it'd look better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't really like I don't care for the watermark.
Well, it's not just that. It's if you could actually replace the current links, like for home, rules, roster, so on and so forth, instead of having double. Because he's got the cool Flash links and icons, but then he's got, they're doubles now because they're returned back to Fed Wars. He's got 2 homes, 2 rules, so on and so forth. It'd be better if he could literally replace those, kind of like they did on Pro Boards, where you could replace their icons with our own or what have you.
Well, I think, HHL, you need to put in the www.fedwars.net, and then, because right now you only have the fedwars.net. Because, I don't know, for some reason with this server or something, whenever you put in fedwars.net and you're on the site with the www.fedwars.net, it'll log you out. So you got to have it matching up here. At least for me. I don't know if you have yours on fedwars.net, but I got mine on www.fedwars.net. If that made any sense, probably didn't, but I know what I'm talking about here.
So is everybody saddened by Matt McMattio retiring from Efedding, or what? I got to throw that out there.
Hey.
So Dave is sad. He's lost for words.
Dave's crying.
I am. I'm going to go cry now.
That's terribly, terribly sad news, I think.
Who am I going to have? He's the only one I had a chance of ever beating.
He's such a great E-Fedder that he felt it necessary to notify all of Fed Wars that he's going to retire. So, he's a great Fedder.
Oh yeah, he's going to be he's going to be the first inductee into that Fed Wars Hall of Fame.
Oh, you saw that, did you? I put up a
boycotting. That's
boycotting.
We're approaching the first big year of Fed Wars, so I thought maybe later in the year you could induct a couple of Feds or a couple of people.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out what should be the big old bang to celebrate the first year anniversary.
Free VIP for a week.
Free VIP for a week. I say a fucking new chat room so people can get in the community chat room and actually communicate.
Yeah, I gotta get
sex games. There you go. Good deal.
Yeah, okay.
We can all bend over HHL and take turns fucking his ass.
Yeah, HHL would like that.
Oh, that doesn't sound so good anymore after I actually said it. I take the 0.
Now I lost my train of thought. Where were we at?
X Games.
We were at chat rooms.
The anniversary.
The anniversary thing.
One that works.
And what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I don't know. Close the site down for a week.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that. Just for the 1 year anniversary, just closing the site down. just closing it down.
Just for a week, so people actually have to go outside.
Yeah. But then they'd
for the 1 year anniversary,
be right back in because it's all cold outside. I mean,
yeah.
For the 1 year anniversary, we'll all go spam GFed for the day.
Spam. Did you see that? Like the XXX icon guy or whatever, you know him?
Yeah, I know him, from NEW, yeah.
And you saw his post on the GFed thing?
No, I didn't. I don't go to GFed hardly at all anymore.
Well, he was posting, what am I trying to say? He went on the GFed site the other day.
That looks awesome, Dave.
Yeah, he went on the GFed site the other day, and he just or a couple of weeks ago, and he bashes the site. He bashes Brian, and then he bashes all the users still on the site. And then just a couple of days ago, he goes on there and he wants members for his Fed.
Nice.
So I mean that's a great job. He wants members for his Fed, but yet he bashes them a couple of weeks beforehand before he comes in wants the members. I'll post a link in the chat to show you guys.
This is for GFed, right?
What's that?
It's for GFed. We're not going to get a link to fucking NEW or something.
Yeah, no, I don't think even NEW even has their.
I don't know. I haven't been there in months. I did.
He did the same thing in NEW. What do you mean? He bashes the people? Is that what you're talking about, Craig?
He bashed the whole Fed. He went off his massive rant spree.
New
real
NEW?
bad, shoot roleplay half people. Yeah.
And
just destroyed it.
You were in that Fed, right? For a while?
Yeah, about 2 months.
2 months. And how was it ran? Did you like it?
Well, I was actually alright because I get on quite well with
the Jesse Styles.
Yeah.
I like Slater too. Is Slater still there at the end?
Slater's there now at the moment, apparently.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, I always got along with Slater. I liked a lot of the guys in the NEW. Like I said, it was mostly the owner that caused the issue. I mean, he was just hard to get along with. I mean, here I was advertising for him and trying to help get him people to join the roster and everything. And when I suggested that if some of his guys had time for another Fed or whatever, they could come on over. Fuck, he got pissed as hell. There was a point where he actually stopped talking to me. So it just got really annoying. It's like,
who was that?
Jesse Styles.
Oh, okay. And then something, I don't know, HHL, he sent me all the stuff that went down. I don't get half the stuff that went down, but apparently he just couldn't handle it or something anymore, or couldn't handle the drama or something like that.
Well, and it was one of those Feds where they literally ran a show a week too. So it was, I mean, if you don't have literally nothing to do in life and can't sit there and constantly write role plays and shows, then
Yeah.
I could see why it'd get hectic. I mean, when I first opened GOW back in 2007, we tried the same thing, a show a week. Sometimes we did 2 shows a week. But I found it was, they weren't good enough quality, so I cut back to 1 a week, and that got better. But then I decided to go bi-weekly. And I like bi-weekly. I'd rather run a show every 2 weeks and make sure everybody role plays and things get done the way they should. I was never a fan of weekly. Fuck, what do you need to run a weekly show for? I mean, are we actually earning real money for this shit, or what? Did I miss something? I don't know.
Yeah.
People always made fun of, you only run a show every 2 weeks. Fuck off. Go find another Fed then. Did I say, please come join my Fed? No, I didn't. So, I don't care.
And GFed, when did GOW get off of GFed?
We went to Pro Boards in January of 2011. Well, actually, I started setting it up slowly in November of 2010, but I didn't actually...
So it was kind of like the deal with moving from pro boards to Fed boards.
Well, the thing was I wanted to run my year-end show before I moved to Pro Boards. Then I did that. And then as soon as the new year came, I told everybody to jump from GFed to GOW. I had about 70 people join GOW on Pro Boards. I notified most of them, so we'll see what happens. But as long as...
So how many people? What's that?
A lot of guys are probably in Fed Wars already anyways, but as long as most of my originals come back, I don't give a shit who else comes anyways.
Yeah, how many are coming back, or how many are going to join up on Fed Wars?
Well, a bunch already have, or we're already a part of Fed Wars. I don't know. I'm still waiting for some people to respond. And then other people have already joined, like Ryan Ellis is back, Cavander's back, Scotty Adams should be around at some point, Harvester's coming. Once I get a hold of Mist, he'll pop over, probably Typhus at some point too. He's a lazy prick, though. Let's see who's on the roster right now. Jack Daniels is already there.
Yeah, I remember him. He was here. He was one of the first members to sign up.
Yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people right now. Kid 80s came back yesterday, so...
And he created 1,500,000 workers that I saw of the same worker. So I had to go in and delete.
I've already got a good start, though. I've got OL and Wow Foods on here, and so I got a bunch of people already on. Mark Spurlock... LAL's on the roster, so it's going to be fun. And I'm not just going to have wrestlers. I'm going to do something completely different. I'm also going to have people that don't want to role play all the time. They're going to role play occasionally as like a manager or a general manager, depending on what we're doing. And so managers can form stables if they want or whatever, and role play with their guys on occasion. Their guys will do most of the work, and occasionally they'll just write something up, so they'll be managers, and I'll probably have maybe some dirty referees in there that can role play on occasion. You know, I'm going to have a whole variety of different things people can do as opposed to just writing wrestling role plays and what have you, so it should be fun.
John, good. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Jaguar. I think Jaguar just logged on here. Let's see if he wants to join the show.
Who?
The user Jaguar.
Oh, Jaguar?
Jaguar?
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Let's see.
Can't even speak proper English, eh?
Pretty much. I mean,
you're from Montana. I got to remember that.
You wanna?
You got roasted.
What's he saying about me?
We should do that. Just have a radio show, just roasting Fed Wars members.
Jagged Wire.
Is this person being added to the show, or are we just kind of hanging tight?
Gotta love dead air.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh,
John. There we go. He must be in a band.
John Goodhue.
You got a mic, John?
Yeah, I'm on.
Mr. Goodhue.
Okay, good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
I can, at least.
Great.
Yeah, I can hear.
So we were
what's...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You probably have a better question for him anyways.
I don't have any questions. I was just going to fill him in on the fact we were just discussing LAL, of course, the owner of Fed Wars, being a jag-off, and we were wondering what you thought about that.
I don't know. I'm so new that I don't really...
Well, it's okay. Make fun of him. We all do.
Yeah, I mean...
He'll fit right in.
There's an LAL thread if you want to check it out on the forums. You can see pictures of him stealing computers and shit. He's a crafty devil.
Just so you guys know, I handle Jaguar. That's me. All right?
Yeah,
well, unless you're LAL, then it's Jaguar.
Yeah, Jaguar.
Jaguar. Whatever else he wants to call it. Can't fucking
Jaguar.
talk. No wonder we don't have a better chat room. We can't fucking talk anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my English is bad. I mean, I am Mexican. For crying out loud.
Mexican. You're
so
Mexican.
Craig,
that was a joke, by the way.
Where's the? Are you going to give us the big press release here, or what? What Fed is Craig going to join? Or are you upset that Matt McMadio has decided to retire and now you just want to quit too?
I have to go quit with him. It's just so upsetting. I'm going to go cry with Dave.
I can't even understand what he's saying, dude.
Yeah, he is, what is he?
He's got to fix his mic. Pull it out of your ass and use it with your mouth.
Go ICW, dude, I'm telling you.
I wish LAL would make a Fed just so we could watch nobody join. That'd be fucking great.
I'd close the site if nobody joined. I'd close down Fed Wars, and I'd just run a big old.
Did you ever make a post about the drag contest you won, LAL?
I can't release that info. But what's this thing with the what's his name? Besley? What's he got going on with? What's that situation, Besley?
Oh, that guy's a fucking douche.
Who is this?
Pedro Hernandez.
Beasley or whatever.
Beasley,
a new douche on Fed Wars.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the fact that he came and joined ICW. I don't own ICW. That's Tank Man. I'm just part of it, but I like to help him out. But I mean, I didn't like the fact that he came, won a championship, helping the guy out. You know, for one thing, you know, the Fed's like just getting started, and then he goes and puts himself on free agents, like saying that highest bidder wins. So he pretty much said, fuck you, you know, and let's see who gives me the most money. And for one thing, I don't think he's worth it, dude. I don't even think he's that good of a role player.
That's one thing I've never done is hand out titles. You want a fucking title? Here's an idea. Fucking earn it.
Exactly. I mean, he role played for the Fed, which is cool, but then all of a sudden he just dumped it, which was uncool. And
LAL and I were talking about that earlier. I've been open for 4 years, and there's one of my titles only has like 13 holders, I think it is, or something.
13 holders?
13?
Now, was that leg on your part?
No.
Okay, now Craig says that he's joining, the Hot Stepper's joining GOW. Just as management.
Craig is joining GOW?
Yeah.
Sexy.
Well, you got 2 managers signed now.
Who's the other manager?
Demon is.
I am.
Demon is joining. Everybody's welcome to join GOW. I don't give a shit who joins. Just don't bring Matt fucking McMattio with you.
But that's the whole reason I joined to begin with.
Actually, he was originally on my roster. I don't know if he probably isn't rejoining because he's retiring. So that's too bad. We could have had people squash him. It's always good to have a few cans in the Fed, you know.
I mean, bashing Matt. I mean, that's
fun. Yeah,
that's some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a while.
I had a fun little flame war with him there.
Is there an echo, or is it just me?
Just you.
I keep getting all these like noises and stuff, like notifications on here. I don't even know how to read them.
Should be on the left side somewhere, or the chat. Look at can you pop up the chat?
Oh, hold on. Let me find it.
The chat should be for this should be down at the bottom left of this little area or whatever.
So Demon is joining.
Oh, fine.
Now, Craig, are you joining as a wrestler, or are you going to join as like a different character, or what?
For ICW?
Demon is joining ICW. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you need to be.
He's only joining because I'm there.
I see the chat now.
Yeah, Tank Man, he's run a pretty good Fed, hasn't he?
Yeah, dude, he's good, man, and like he's on top of things, and like I think the good thing is he's got PT Merciless in there too, and plus me, we're working on storylines. We feel like that's going to be the thing that carries the Fed and makes it more exciting in the results. So instead of people just role playing for matches.
Well, that's the thing. Too many random matches. That's what I always hated. Like,
yeah,
I've got people that have literally history for the whole 4 years of being in GOW. That's the way it should be. There should be history. When two people match, you know, they should be matching again later. Like, I've got guys that have faced each other 3, 4, 5 different times. You know, they've got long-running feuds going on. That's the way it should be. None of this random matches and fucking, I don't know. Some people are just lazy, I think.
Well, and then you think about it, when you're actually role playing, it's like, what are you actually role playing about? You know, you gotta if you have some sort of storyline or feud, at least you have like something to like as a backbone to your role play. That way, you're not just role playing about nothing or creating some random scenario.
And try paying attention to your opponent's role play so that your role play makes sense too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I hate that somebody role plays, their opponent goes to role play, and it's completely irrelevant to what they said. It's just completely random.
For sure.
Yep.
So, do you guys like Kapow's style of results?
I actually have never read a...
You've never read Kapow's results?
No.
They're kind of like a sarcastic type of tone, I guess. They're not really. They're not serious. They're not. They're not as serious as.
Either, so, which I think is cool as hell. He's just there to have fun and.
A lot of echoing. I feel like we're in a bathroom or something.
Yeah, I'm getting echoing. I don't know where it's from though.
Are we hotboxing or what's going on?
Extreme deep.
I'm hoping to have my Fed pretty much finished off this week so I can get some shows going here shortly. I'm just waiting for some more responses from the other roster, and I got a few extra things to fix up on the site so it looks a little better, and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping to have shows going soon.
When do you think the first show is gonna be up?
Well, I'm gonna try and finish the site off by the middle of the week. So, and I'm hoping I'm gonna send another message out to the roster. If they don't notify me by the end of the week, whatever, especially if they're a champion, if they don't message me, then I'm gonna vacate the title, and I'm immediately gonna start setting up a tournament for the vacated title.
What's that? GOW?
Yeah.
Nice.
GOW.
I like East Coast results. I've always been more of a fan that we had this topic on how the results are written on the forums, and I thought it was pretty funny that people don't like the long matches, but I've always kind of been a fan of them, you know. Maybe too long is too long, you know, but I like it better.
Well, it's only too long if it's shitty.
Exactly, true,
you know what
true.
I mean?
If you can read a match result and you can actually pick.
I'm actually going to post some of my old shows. I'm going to post some of my old shows on my boards eventually, because we're not going to do written shows from here on out. We're going to do, basically what we're going to do is we're going to have people role play for the shows, and then we're going to have a special radio show dedicated to shows and pay-per-views where we discuss the results of the shows on the air. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have examples of some of the old shows we did and some of the old matches we've done in the past. They'll be on the discussion board somewhere, probably under show history or something. And that way you'll be able to go back and say, oh yeah, this is what they wrote some shows in the past, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm going to take this week, finish the site off, and then hopefully get a show up and running hopefully by the end of the week.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, HHL. If he goes VIP, yeah. I mean, I'll be gladly to reopen ROW, Rebellion Online Wrestling. You know, you guys know what all went down with that?
I'm too new.
Well, it only happened like a couple of weeks ago.
I must have missed out on that. What happened?
I don't know, Moonchild. Moonchild thinks that, I don't know, he got a lot of support for it from pretty much everyone, from HHL and Outer Limits and Wow Food. Gotten all the support about putting because ROW, you know, like how you create a Fed and then there's that little disclaimer about you have to keep it active for every so certain amount of days.
Yeah.
You know that. And well, he didn't keep it active. So then I'm not complaining, but I am.
That's a fucking problem then.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
if you're the owner of a Fed and you don't have the time to at least post something on your discussion board once every 3 days, then fuck off.
See, I'm lazy. That's why I'm VIP. I don't have to worry about that crap.
Well, and you can always encourage your members to post something. I mean, it's once every 3 days. I mean, yeah. Come on.
And I think still the disclaimer still has, I haven't gotten around to updating it because I'm a little lazy, but that's
why we have no chat.
It still says every day. So I mean, They should be posting every day if they see that. So,
but they don't.
Yeah, but I get but we don't want to have too many feds still, because there's still not a large number of role players.
I think after a year, if there's expired feds that haven't reopened after a year, you should just delete them right off the whole system.
I'm not going to delete them, because then the people could come back and
after a year
recreate. I mean, there's people that come back.
Not clutter up your server or anything. Having that many, you don't.
Stuff like that ain't gonna.
No.
I mean, stuff like that ain't gonna kind of mess anything up. But like with I think someone said it. I think you said it actually, or was it Wow Food? Something about removing the inactive feds, like the VIP feds, to an inactive list. Maybe it was Dave.
Well, I suggested having an inactive list.
Yeah, just like on GFed, where they have an inactive list and an
retired feds or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just clean things up for sure.
So that'd be a good way to put it in. But then I just have to get around to doing that, and that will probably
will be next year.
Yeah, next year. I was going to say that.
We know you too well.
Yeah, you're a lazy prick, but I'll give you credit where credit's due. It's already better than GFed ever was. I enjoyed GFed for a while, back. Obviously, I was there for 3 years, but man, it was just a big fucking headache near the end, wasn't it? Holy Christ!
There's just too much drama.
Well, and then after the drama, you couldn't communicate with anybody, so that basically killed it right there. So I mean,
yeah.
And then they did the whole closing off the G credits thing, even though there's a whole year left or whatever.
And originally, it wasn't supposed to close till 2013. Now it's closing this year.
October 31st, something like that.
Yeah.
Originally, it was supposed to be 2013.
No, I think it was always 2012.
Are you sure? I thought it was 2013. I thought it was like...
no, it was 2012.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
October 31st, 2012. And Brian's created a lot more work than what by posting some of this stuff, especially because some of the people just go on there and flame just for flaming. They don't really have a reason behind it, kind of like a XXX icon guy.
You got to have a good flame war once in a while, anyways. That's why I had fun with McMahon there for a bit.
You gotta have you can't have a flame war where you're bashing, where you bashing to hurt the person.
No. Yeah. No, that's just needless.
You can bash the person like Mick Matteo, but you're having fun with him. You're not actually. You don't actually mean that.
No.
Well, some of the stuff you might mean, but but it's a joke for the most part. So
exactly.
But some of these guys get too wrapped up into the game, so they don't realize that it's just
a game.
I mean it when I bash Park, Craig says. Who doesn't?
Yeah, Park
asks to be flamed. Let's face it. I like the guy. I've spoke to him on Facebook and stuff like that. He's actually a fairly decent guy. He's a little uppity, I think. Is probably the
word. His cat died this week, I think.
Yeah, I told him to give it mouth to mouth. They're supposed to have 9 lives.
That must have been the ninth live right there.
Yeah.
Giving mouth to mouth to somebody.
Of course, then the cat opens his eyes, sees fucking Park giving it mouth to mouth, and dies anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen... Park hasn't been on very much this whole entire week. He must have had a really close relationship with his cat.
It's the only pussy he'll ever have.
So, now where do we want to move on to?
I think we should move on to why we don't have a better chat room yet. This whole time we've been on the show, you could have been recoding and figuring out the chat room problems and fixing it.
Well, it's nothing wrong with the code.
Oh no, it just kicks people out for entire fucking days at a time.
No. What I found out, I was playing around with it. I don't want anyone doing this, but when you do it, because it kicked me out too.
Like people keep saying, "Oh, it kicks me out for an hour." It kicks me out for a day. Sometimes.
Well, it's because you're Canadian.
That could be.
Yeah, that's the main reason. But it kicks you out, but you have to go. But it won't log you back in. You can go onto a proxy server, but it will bring up the site. So it must be something with the IP. It records the amount of time you're on there with IP. So I don't know. There's something with the. I just got to find a different server to put that on, because I don't want to put it on the server that FedWars is on, because then you got the people from HostGator. They're whining about it takes up too much server space. And if I had the funds of GFed, I'd be able to, or the wrestling game, I'd be able to bring up a very good server. But we're not there yet. But we could be here in a while, in another couple of years, I'd say, depending on how the wrestling game. I wouldn't say they don't have very good graphics. I mean, FedWars looks like crap, but the wrestling game doesn't have the greatest.
I think FedWars looks fine.
Well, I just gotta get. I don't know. I'm gonna put in in another couple of weeks. I'm gonna put in a new layout that has just that just has a left-handed menu
instead of the top.
Yeah, a left side, a left.
It's a good thing you typed that HHL, because nobody heard me.
No, I heard you.
We're just not paying attention. You're Canadian.
I'm a Canuck. Fuck it.
Someone is endeavoring to contact you telephonically. Shall I tell them to fuck off?
Sorry about that. That's my wife calling.
What do you have, like 20 different ringtones?
I do. I got a ringtone for any person who calls me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a lot of ringtones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you have like no friends.
Yeah, I can't deny it.
I'll be your friend, Dave.
I appreciate that.
Primetime Central. What's Primetime Central?
That was kind of like a FedWars.
Oh yeah, I remember
was
that.
It
Primetime Central.
Was
Yeah.
the name Fantasy or FW Wrestling?
No, it was.
No, it was like its own site. I'll see if I can pull up an address. I think only their community forums are still open.
I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, it's inactive now though.
Yeah.
Who do you think the top 5 role players on FedWars are right now? Like active role players, not just somebody that's been on here that used to write well. Somebody like actively writing right now. Who do you think the top 5 are?
Me, myself, and I.
That's only 3,
I don't know.
you dumbass.
I didn't say I could count.
I can't really. I can't give my opinion because I don't really. I don't
you don't
really
know your own product?
Yeah, I don't really read any role plays. I mean, I've been keeping my eye on Moonchild's role plays and his results, because every other word in there is LAL. So. But did you find a link for that Primetime?
I just posted.
Yeah, there it is.
Posted that. That's the community.
What is that?
They used to have a whole site and stuff like that, and it was like FedWars. They had a bunch of feds that were affiliates, and
it's another.
And they had something going on for a really good time. They used to do these tournaments too.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to bring up to you, Elias. Did you guys ever think about like doing? I know like we got a lot of you
like
can be in multiple
tournament.
feds. Yeah, like maybe like someone representing each fed, and then you had tournaments, like inter-fed tournaments or something like that, or even
like a site-wide tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been brought up by. It's been brought up a couple of times. I think that Rock was the first one to bring it up. I think, but it hasn't just really. Or no, maybe it was Park. Park was maybe the first one, but I got to figure out. How we could do that, how we could bring everyone, because I mean everyone's not gonna. I mean, are we gonna get a person from every fed to come in? Well, we could. We should be able to.
You could even do like maybe like 4 people from each fed to represent a fed, because the only problem you run into is that like a lot of handlers are in multiple feds.
Yeah. So
I like running tournaments. It keeps people active and interested. Like, even on an individual Fed basis. I mean, like I said, I plan on doing a tournament here shortly, so.
You could have, like, a Fed Wars champion or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not call it a Fed Wars champion. Maybe call it something else, like, Universal Champion or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, yeah, that's a great idea. G-Fed sort of had a tournament. It was fucking stupid, though. It may as well not even had it.
Excuse me, sir, but I'm afraid someone is in
Stop calling me!
Shall I tell them to fuck off?
Yeah, the tournament in G-Fed, that wasn't even a role-playing tournament.
No, it was just based on statistics.
Yeah.
It was based on who could rape the system the most.
That's stupid.
It's funny? I was in the top 5 for a long time, but I never made it to number 1 because I just refused to do any of that shit. I didn't... Because you know how a lot of the top Feds get in there was they'd fucking write a roleplay, and then it'd attach a wiki article to the bottom of their fucking roleplay, and it would, based on the length of your roleplay, give you so much, whatever the fuck they did. It was fucking retarded anyways.
For what, in G-Fed?
Yeah, when you were trying to get into the top 5 or try to get to number 1, you could never beat it at NCW.
Yeah, I remember
they had not just role plays, they did it to their shows too. They'd fucking put Wikipedia articles in there and.
Oh yeah, so they get boosted money or whatever.
Yeah,
value.
Exactly. The value. There we go. The value system. It was
value system.
It was ridiculous.
And then they changed it, or Brian changed it. I don't know. He changed it like a year before, or two before they went down.
He made it worse. Like it was even worse when he. I don't even know how. Just worse. It was stupid.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, yeah.
Brian is the guy that owned the EFED system that shall not be named.
G-Fed.
No, he.
G-Stink.
HHL knows that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna post a link here to like the Primetime Central Global Tournament. You guys can take a look at it and see if it's like something that you could use.
I'll take a look at that and see. Who is it? This was
like it has like the brackets and it has like a main role play board. I got an echo.
And this is something that they've done recently?
No, this is a while ago.
This was probably back in the late 90s, if I remember correctly.
No, I think it got into 2000s. It was
really,
yeah.
I remember they did 7 of them, so they went for 7 years. So I remember being on there in about 97, 98.
Yeah.
Looks like they had a copyright of 2005, so maybe 2005 was the last year they ran this.
WW2 end in a bitch fest.
But if we click here, where's the
bitch fest? You should have attended some of NEW's radio shows.
Yeah.
I hated radio shows. I always hated fucking radio shows. People kept asking, you should do a radio show. I never wanted to do one because they all ended up fucking retarded. Like, I always said if I'm going to do one, it's going to be to push Feds, storylines, characters, and actually have a good time as opposed to sitting there, let's pick somebody we can bash this week, or multiple people we can bash this week, and absolutely accomplish fuck all but wasting my own time.
Yep.
That's why I like the shows we do. We did 13 original episodes of GW Cast, and every time we had a good time. And of course we're going to continue to do that, but that's the way it should be done.
With this bracket tournament, they gave out actual dollar prizes.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they gave out for the what is this? I don't know. They were giving out $20, $50, or no, what the heck? 50. Maybe this is just a joke of a thing. The money, that is, because it says whoever eliminates said wrestler blank from GTT5 will be able to nominate a $50 donation to the charity of their choice. I mean, that doesn't really make... What else
you could do? You could have a once a month have a Fed-wide pay-per-view or something where people can join if they want to and match up with somebody, and that's another idea where you could again bring in that universal title and have cage matches and what have you.
Well, I was thinking about
or 4 times a year, just like Craig said. Yeah, 4 times a year. That's what GOW does too, actually. We've done that for quite some time. We went back to 4 pay-per-views.
Dave, what is this? What's this image?
You'll like it. Click at it at your own risk.
Is it the link or is it the actual thing?
If I click this shit and I see balls, I'm gonna hunt you down.
I guarantee you won't see that. It's My Little Pony related.
LAL sent me a naked picture of himself naked once. That was fucking scary enough.
Was he wearing a sombrero?
I think it's in the. I think Rod posted that picture in the shop.
I'm sure he did.
In the clothing section. I think it's under hats, but it's protecting the wrong head.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Me?
No, the other LAL.
Oh, the other one. Depending on what time it is, I will be watching the
Super Bowl.
I don't know if
I was thinking maybe we could record an episode of One-on-One at some point, or we could wait till Monday or something if you want. I don't give a shit. Super Bowl weekend, I guess, is pretty busy. Fuck it, we'll just do it next week.
Yeah, no, you Canadians. You don't.
What?
You don't watch.
You're pausing to your own voice, dude. Yeah, we watch football.
You watch soccer. You watch soccer.
Fuck no, I don't watch soccer. Are you fucking kidding me?
Go Patriots! Football league.
Don't even go there.
I like the concept of soccer. My problem is there's too many fucking people on the field. You got a 30-foot-long net and you score 1 goal every 90 minutes. Fuck off.
You watch Canadian football.
Do I watch it? Occasionally. I mean, the worst NFL team could beat the best CFL team on any given day. I do like some of the rules of the CFL. I like the bigger ball. I like the bigger field, the longer end zones, less downs. A 4th down is bullshit. What do you need a 4th down for? Most of the time the fucker's punted. 3 downs is plenty. It's a faster game. I like some of the rules, but the NFL is far better.
Yeah, the NFL. Yeah, I mean the NFL is always going to be better.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some great players in the CFL, but as far as actual teams, I mean, they're all a bunch of fucking laid-off farmers.
Yeah, I don't. The NFL, any team in the NFL can beat any team in the NFL. Like the worst team could beat the.
I like the CFL trophy better.
What?
I like the CFL trophy.
The CFL trophy?
Yeah, like the Grey Cup.
Yeah, who is echoing?
It looks a lot like the Stanley Cup. Where the Super Bowl isn't even a fucking bowl, it's a retarded fucking football on a pedestal.
I'm echoing?
Yeah, it is you actually.
I know. It is me. Sorry, guys. Let me shut this. I tried.
Contact you telephonically. Shall I tell them to fuck off?
Sorry, my wife
I
harassing
threw
me.
a speaker.
Okay, is that
I'll turn the ringer off. Sorry about that.
I think still echo.
Yeah, it's John's end. I thought it was Dave's first, but it's
I'll talk right now. Am I still echoing?
Nope.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. But I think we're echoing somehow off of your end.
That happens sometimes. I don't know why the fuck that happens. Something to do with LAL, I'm sure. It's his fault.
Are you on a headset? Are you on a headset,
or are you using like a laptop or?
I'm using a laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, I'm not echoing.
Well, it's got to be something with the return, though.
Does it really matter?
No, it don't fucking matter. The show's almost over anyways. I assume anyways.
I'm playing Call of Duty while I'm on this thing right now.
Weren't we going to do like an hour and a half? I don't know. What would
Yeah, we got about, I got 1:23:47. We got about 6-7 minutes left.
All right, so let's talk about something decent. Let's talk more about that idea with the Fed-wide tournament. I like that.
Well, the only way. Well, I guess it could work out many different ways, but I'd say the main way would be having, like what John said, picking out people from each, like the best role players, or have some. Okay, did you just see who logged on?
Yes, I did see that. Mr. Retiree himself.
Maybe we should just get him on right now.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Wait, who logged on?
Dave, get your bashing feet on.
Where's he at? Is he appearing offline to me?
Yeah, he's appearing offline.
Well, I'm gonna
he logged on and immediately went to invisible.
Well, let's see if he accepts the call.
Fail. Yeah, he hung up.
Who's? It's Mick Matteo, Craig.
He keeps hanging up.
Yeah, I don't think he really. Well, he probably thinks we're gonna bash him, which we probably will. But
we will. There ain't no thinking about it.
I was gonna say, what do you mean probably?
But
did you start the other belt yet, Dave, or just to get that one done?
I just finished that one this morning.
Cool.
I gotta do one for ICW too.
It looks really sweet. Well, do theirs first. You already did one for me. Do theirs, and then do my other one when you got time. You don't need to devote everything. Oh, fuck that. Devote all your attention to mine. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Dave, how many people do you work for the graphics?
2 right now.
That's it?
You want to make it 3?
Huh? Who said that?
Blake said he wanted to make love to somebody.
Yeah, you want to. Blake needs somebody to design his Fed.
I could probably work on something like that.
Send him a private message, Blake. Get Dave working for you.
I suck, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, he's
terrible. I don't listen to anybody's ideas. I just do my own thing in the morning.
But what?
You can ask Craig. He knows all about it.
Yeah, you designed a pretty good WEW site.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Then Craig up and quits. Stupid bastard.
Yeah, Craig just
put all that work into it, and he just bails. I'm a little bitter.
Me
You
off
can't
is when a
tell.
Fed has great graphics and shitty everything else.
Oh, like ECWC.
There were a lot of Feds that had that. I'm not even going to bring up other Feds. It's just annoying. You see this nice, pretty little Fed, and you go in and join it, and you realize you have fuck all to offer you.
No, actually, the CWO owner, he's probably the most dedicated owner on the site.
Yeah, I would give him that.
I mean, he's always on. I mean, I could probably look on right now, and he's online. Yeah, he's online. He's online right now. So, I mean, he's always messing with his Fed. If something goes wrong, he's always private messaging me or posting on the forums that something went wrong. So, I mean, at least
he's a cool dude.
He's a little. I think he trolls with his bad spelling, or he literally has that bad of spelling. But
nah, I think he just does it for show. My personal opinion.
But
it's still funny.
Yeah, it is fun. It is funny to watch.
He actually used to be in GOW a long time ago.
He used to own. What was his Fed on?
It was called Championship Wrestling Organization.
Yeah, CWO3 was it?
Something like that.
CW. Okay.
It wasn't a very good Fed either. But
when are you gonna start talking here, HHL? You got to get a mic for the next show.
Just got to get one out of the dumpster first.
I mean, do you not have a fucking Walmart? They're $8. You do have one. You do.
Then what are you doing then?
Do we really have to go there?
Yeah, we got to go there.
My sisters are moaning. We'll leave them alone.
I mean, or you could beat them. I mean, that's what the mic does. My
fucking kids can. Yesterday, LAL and I are online, and my kids are trying to get my attention, so they open up their door and they turn Dora the Explorer way the fuck up, and what else are they doing? They're blaring music, and they're, son of a bitch! Fucking kids. They can drive you nuts, they can also keep you sane, though.
5, 6, you got 4 sisters? Yeah, that's gotta be a...
I don't have any sisters. I got 5 fucking kids.
You have 5 kids?
Yeah, I started when I was like 17. I had nothing better to do. I lived in the country, you see. While you guys were playing video games, I was playing pussy.
Pressing those buttons, I get it.
Oh, yeah. No, they range from my daughter's 6, and then I got an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, and 17-year-old. Well, turning 17. He's 16 at the moment.
Yeah, don't let WoW see that. What is it, 17 a girl or a boy?
No, that's a boy. But he wouldn't care. He'd probably go for that, too.
Yeah, probably.
Let's bash WoW food.
So I guess, what do we got?
Bloody wanker anyways.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's with, WoW is gay, yeah. Okay, everyone, before we end the show, everyone get in their licks on WoW. So if he listens to this, which I'm sure he will, just go ahead and bash him right now. No one's gonna bash him? I mean, Mace, or HHL's
WoW kind of reminds me of a homosexual Nazi Eskimo.
I don't even know who he is.
He's that, annoying one on the forums.
He's got like over 4,000 posts. It took me 3 years to come up with 4,000 posts on GFed. WoW does it in less than a fucking year.
Yeah, I mean he's got more posts than the owner of the site.
I mean, how can you have that many posts and not even talk about tits? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know.
He does have saggy man boobs, though.
Yeah, what is he? He does karate or something. Was that what he?
Wow, yeah, he said he's. I forget what style he's in. You'd have to go back on the thread there because he asked me what I was doing. And
must be keyboard karate.
Keyboard, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can end this show right. So you want? Okay, let's see here.
Well, we didn't start it fucking right, so I end it right.
Just gonna.
I mean, as soon as we started, we added HHL to the show. That just fucks everything up right there. Talk about a good way to kill a show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Today's guest, HHL. Goodbye. What the fuck are you doing, LL? I thought you said you're running the show. You're not doing nothing. This is a silent treatment. This is how we're ending the show. Silence.
Well, we were going to talk about that tournament idea, but
I don't know what happened to that. I know we should get that in there before we end the show. LAL went on and started talking about shit that didn't matter.
So what do we want to get in the show? I didn't end it yet.
Obviously. Well, let's just have a quick conversation about the Fed-wide tournament. Because I actually think that's a fantastic idea. One that actually works and is worth.
So how many of you? Okay, how many of you could hear the music? Or was it only the mic or was it music?
It was just you and I when we did that. It was just you. You know, when you open the show, it's the two hosts of the show starting the show.
No, but did you hear it? Just I was playing it right there. Did you hear it?
If you were closer, I'd hit you with a fucking brush. I'm telling you. If you're close, I say brush because there's one sitting beside me.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
You didn't hear it?
No, I hear nothing.
No, I must have happened when it's. I don't know. I played it anyways. But so, what's with the tournament?
Yes, tell us your thoughts on that.
I'll give you my thoughts. I mean, I think we should do it depending on if you have guys in multiple feds, they'd have to choose one fed that they'd represent. Get like 4 or 5 guys, depending on how like you'd want like a bracket to work. Have them represent the Fed, and then go ahead and put these brackets together. Maybe just a random choice of who would be facing who, and see who wins. You know, and create a role play board. Maybe what we could do is create a like you could do a creative Fed on the Fed Wars just based on this tournament, and have a role play board for it, and everybody role plays for their matches.
I'd probably
simple as that, and then we'll.
And somehow everybody earns money out of it to go towards the Fed they're in too, or whatever too.
I'd probably create up a script and then put it like somewhere on the main site so everyone can view it. It wouldn't be in like a Fed format. It'd just be where it'd have a bracket of everyone who's in the tournament, and then it would have the people who are in the tournament could go to a page and they could enter their role play. And then the only tricky thing is who's going to be grading these. I mean, I don't want the whole site grading, or then it just turns into a popularity contest.
Of course, maybe that's where you get like something like the BOD involved or something like that.
Ah, good idea.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Like a selected panel of judges.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't want to do it. You know, they don't want to be in the tournament. Maybe they could be judges.
Absolutely.
Get Mike Park in there to critique those role plays.
Yeah, Mike Park. Fuck.
You gotta go down to the bone.
If your role play doesn't consist of the light glistening off the barrel of the gun, you know, he's not going to grade it right. And it doesn't even have to be relevant to him. I mean, you don't even have to write about it. You could write about the fucking Care Bears, and he'd still fucking mark it good.
Yeah, you got to have trustworthy judges, and you got to have some sort of grading system based on the role plays. You know,
I used to judge people's shit all the time. Actually, Park used to have me judge his role plays all the time.
Like maybe 3 like dominant dimensions of a role play, like content. You know,
like categories. What's that?
HHL put Park as Ruth. I'll throw myself out there for a judge, though, right now. You can put me on the list as a judge. Just for future reference.
Yeah, we got to get that. I don't know, I'd have to
We need to start a thread. We need to start a thread and get people's opinion on it.
Yeah, definitely. There needs to be a thread started and get people's opinions on it, because, you know, how many people are in this little show right now? You know,
and put right on there serious posting only. None of this. If you want to post a fucking picture, go to the picture thread. Either come up with a decent comment or
a lot of spam on the FedWorks forums. It's funny as fuck, though, too.
You got to go to the LAL thread. You'll like that.
Yeah. I'm still like brand new to FedWars. I feel like I just joined a few weeks ago. So
where were you before FedWars?
I started like e-wrestling back in like the late '90s, and then went into it about like stopped doing it around like 2004. And so I haven't done it in a long time, and I was like, you know what, I'd like to do it again. So I Google searched it, and I came across GFed. And
way to go, you're not even ahead of fucking GFed yet.
Yeah, you got to get your shit up on Google, man.
You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
I saw that GFed was being discontinued, and I saw a link on like the forums or something like that on GFed that had Fed Wars on it, like saying everybody should join Fed Wars instead. So I went to it and created a character.
Well, on Google, depending on what you type in, I guess Efedding. I don't really have it up in Efedding. I know Fed Wars isn't up in the Efedding ranks, but it is up in the like fantasy wrestling. I know it's up in those. They're in the top page listings for those.
Dude, I was fedding back in the days when there was just like email-based feds. Anybody ever do that?
No, I never got into it.
Oh man, that was like the beginning of it all. I feel like when it was just like all role plays were done through email, like reply all. That was it.
Yeah, and Craig says Yahoo groups.
Oh yeah, I remember the Yahoo groups.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty. I could post. I'm gonna post something on the forums about this tournament. See what type of ideas these people in Fed Wars have, other than the spin.
I just throwing out my prediction that I'm gonna win it.
I'm gonna go with that prediction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make I'm not gonna say who.
I'm gonna bribe everybody else so he wins.
Wins what?
Nice.
The tournament.
Yeah, you turned it.
I was grabbing a drink, so I missed shit. I sat back down. Everyone's like, "I'm gonna win." I'm like, "What? Win what? What did I miss?" I thought maybe you were winning a date with McMadio or something. I don't know.
Hey, that'd be a prize. I'd do it.
Well, what do you think, LL?
I think it's time to. I don't know. I think everyone's got to be in the room at the same time so everyone can hear the music.
Well, they're in the fucking room. Just play the music.
Yeah, but you said you couldn't hear it last time. So if I play it right now, are you guys going to hear this?
Oh.
I thought you were using Pretty May.
Well, hear what?
Are you not using that program that allows you to hear the music?
No, I am using it, but you could hear it in the beginning, right, Michael?
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
But you can't hear it right now.
No. Not that it matters. When everybody eventually listens to the show back, they'll hear it.
Yeah, because I'm recording. So I guess, that's the end of the FedCast number 1.
FedCast number 1. FedCast Radio, bitch.
FedCast Radio, it's a podcast show.
FedCast. It was a good show. Till HHL came on anyways, that fucked everything up.
That was in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, fucked the whole show up. Oh. Who's typing? Sounds like McMadio. Did anybody go listen to episode 13 of the old GOW cast and hear fucking McMadio typing on the keyboard?
Yeah, I posted about that, you ho.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, FedCast will be found under the home menu on GOW as well.
And you can probably find it on Fed Forums. Somewhere.
That's what I said, GOW.
I said Fed Force Forums.
GOW.
Dope.
GOW. Fedwars.net.
So you're telling me you cannot hear...
Oh, we can hear. We just can't hear your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, we can't hear anything right now.
Well, can't hear this? No?
We don't hear voices in our heads.
I've quit recording, by the way, so anything you say here.
You quit recording?
Yeah.
Well, your show's going to suck. I'm still recording. You didn't even have the music at the end.
Yeah, we did.
What is wrong with you?
You'll hear my music when you play back mine.
Yeah, just my end won't have any for the ending of the show. Well, I guess I can stop recording. Good show, though. Good first episode, even though it's really the 14th episode. But LAL had to change the fucking name, so now it's episode 1. Should be 14, it's 1.
Yes.
And rapping.